Hi guys, my name is Crystal and again I'm not dressing up for the camera. I've got to take Max out for a walk in a moment. Alexa, what's the time please?
It's 2:54 p.m.
It's a bit late for me to take Max out, but I've had a coffee. Basically when that man met me this morning he mentioned dog. He mentioned the word dog, you know, like my mum does when she's ordering a taxi. She goes, oh, I'll just have to make sure they take a dog. And they stipulate the word dog, don't they? And dog. Right? What is going to happen, guys, and I don't want to wish this on anybody, but if you keep allowing dogs into shops, they drool. They leave saliva. And if, you know kids, when they go into shops, they touch everything. So a dog puts its mouth in shit and urine and it dribbles on the floor. And a kid only needs to fall over in a dog's dribble and get germs and they can become really unwell and catch something. And then before you know it, you've got an outbreak of disease spreading the whole way through a place. Dogs don't come into shops because they spread germs, right? So, if you're putting a dog in there to get at me, don't do it. It's silly. It's ridiculous and stupid. And basically, what they're doing is they're calling my mother Jennifer a dog. She's told me herself that it's aimed at her, Jennifer, this dog business. My mum is 75, she's elderly, she's crippled with arthritis, she can't move. There was an arthritic dog on the field this morning that couldn't walk. And this guy had left this dog nearly half a mile, he left this poor dog there, barking at me and Max, and it's elderly and arthritic by the look of it, and my mother's elderly and arthritic, so all this crap is really aimed at my mother. Alright, I am not ugly, I am not fat, I at the moment can use my legs to walk. Right? So I have to keep saying to myself every morning, Crystal, you're pretty. Crystal, you're good for your age. Crystal, ignore them. And that's what I do. Right? When I go into a shop, I expect to be served, not ignored. I expect to be treated with respect. Right? It's not happening, is it? It's just not bloody happening. Right? I am sick and tired of this bullshit. Right? It's absolute crap. It's rubbish. And people need to grow up. And we're talking people in their 60s and 70s here as well that should know better about bullying. Right? I will not be intimidated. I will not believe I'm a crippled, nearly 80-year-old lady just because you want to hide abuse. I'm not doing it. Right, so I went into the co-op. As I said, nobody helped me. Nobody ever does. I've got no carers. Nobody does my shopping for me. No one does anything for me. So we've got cat pouches in jelly, 12, because I've got 2 senior cats. Snowball came with me and my dad to All Hallows Caravan Park, and she's nearly 12. I got some apple juice. Right? I am a human being, and I expected to be treated like one. And if I don't get respect, and I don't get treated like a human being, then you can fuck right off. All of you. The home if he did not quit the club. The thing is, right, in this world, you either put up with blackmailers and thugs, right, or you stand up for yourself. Whether you have the fear that you're going to die, or the fear of these thugs. You don't let some thug or beast take control of you. I've got some jelly babies. As I wrote in my diary that when I go out, I usually get a coffee, but there's no food with it. So I went into the co-op and I got myself some bacon. Anybody that laughs at someone that's being abused needs locking up. Outdoor bred smoked back bacon. Anybody that's involved in abusing somebody that's vulnerable needs locking up. Sheldon's oven bottom, these are Lancashire oven bottom muffins. Oven bottom muffins. And I can assure you, anybody that stays with me or I look after does not come to harm. They're looked after. I don't tolerate abuse. I don't tolerate drugs either. This is what Mark wrote his phone number on. Now, there's cameras in the co-op. There are cameras in the co-op. Right? There's cameras in the lift and in the corridor downstairs. And we all know, several times when I reported crimes to the police, right in front of cameras I was abused and beaten. And every time it came back, the camera wasn't working. It must have missed it. It must have skipped. It must have jumped. It must have gone something wrong with it. So what the fuck is the point of having cameras if they're not here to protect people? Hyde Housing is based in London, right? Not in Rochester, in London. So I've got his handwriting, I've got his phone number, right, and I do believe this guy's texted again. Have a look. Two messages. I have two messages. This is my phone. Do you want to hook up? Yes. Now, I'm not saying this guy came up to me, he was very pleasant, he was very nice, and I've not had that in a long time. Right? Someone's nice to me, I'm nice to them back. All I'm saying is, because I've been cruelly treated and people are nasty to me, I can't tell whether it's a joke or not. I have to live in a flat that is surrounded by weed smokers. I have to shut my windows on a hot summer's day. I have to spend 99% of every day off my head through second-hand weed smoke. And, it's not acceptable. But in a country that doesn't care, and it doesn't, and they're telling me I'm mentally